So one of the last things I wanted to talk to you about was how to keep your investment into the business affordable when you're first starting off, because obviously, just getting your starter kit in the first place is a big investment, and you want to use the oils and make it a part of your everyday life. But it can also be tempting to spend tons and tons of money, and then a month or two in, you're like, oh man, I don't know if I can afford this anymore. And so really, as you're getting to the place where your oils are paying for themselves, because sometimes for some of us that doesn't happen immediately, as you're getting to that place, there's a few things you can do to save yourself money. Um, and number one, it's wonderful to be on Essential Rewards, because then you're getting points back and you're able to get free oils. Um, but don't feel like you have to spend, enough to get that 300 PV bonus stuff. If you can afford that, that's wonderful. That is a great way to get extra oils to use for, samples and giveaways and things like that. But if just making your 50 PV a month or 100 PV a month um, purchase is all you can afford, then do that. And have patience, because it will get better and you'll be able to afford more as you go on. Take advantage of your upline's incentives. Your upline, me and Christy and Stephanie and Lindsay, we almost always have incentives going on to encourage your members to get on ER and encourage your members to make various purchases. And so take advantage of those, share those, just like I am willing to teach classes or have people attend my online classes. I am more than happy to share my incentives with anyone on your team and any of your leads or people that you're trying to recruit. So please take advantage of those. Don't feel like you have to provide huge incentives, because you don't. I am much more interested in you investing your time and your energy and your efforts into building relationships and talking to people than into buying a bunch of things to use for incentives. So that's one way you can keep it affordable. Number two, use your oils regularly and well, but don't waste them. So, one thing that is really helpful is get yourself some roller fit mints. They do not cost very much, but they allow you to stretch your oils further. You can put some carrier oil in. If you have only a little bit of an oil left, fill the rest of the way up with carrier oil and put a roller fit mint on the top so that you can use it as a roll-on. Don't waste the oils. When you're sharing some with people, give them one with a roller fitment rather than a bottle. If you're loaning it to them, put some carrier in it and let it go a little bit further. There's a lot of ways that you can, when you're wanting to give people oily gifts, give them something like bath salts that only takes a few drops to mix up. There's a lot of ways that you can save money and do this affordably. When you're diffusing on a regular basis, diffuse some of the really wonderful, like happy citrus scents that are less expensive if you're using multiple drops in your diffuser, things like that. Because I don't want you to become discouraged because you're spending more on your oils than you can afford, or make your husband upset because you're spending more on your oils than you can afford. This is something that needs to be long-term sustainable, and it will pay for itself if you're working hard, but sometimes it can take a few months to get to that place. So just some things to think about, to chew on as you're moving forward.